Making celebrity mac and cheese until I find one that smacks. I knew I needed to try Nick Digiovanni's recipe. My only issue? I knew I had to dispatch and cook a live lobster for the first time.
We're gonna do the most terrifying thing that I've ever had to do, probably in my life.
I've never done this before, and as a true amateur chef, this is a fear I'll need to conquer at some point.
We're just buying it.
I don't know, but what if I see his face and it's gonna be like so heartwarming? Those beady eyes.
But is today that day I do it?
Oh my god.
The first thing on the list is to buy a live lobster. Lucky for me, I already knew exactly where to pick one up.
I need to give this thing a name. Wait, is that a good idea?
Well, it might make it harder to...
Wait, but Nick did it.
I'm sorry, Larry.
On The Simpsons, they named him Pinchy.
Pinchy, I made you some risotto.
Pinchy, you're coming home and we're gonna make you some mac and cheese, okay?
Making a lobster mac and cheese means the timing has to go fairly fast.
It's actually moving.
Dispatching and cooking the lobster would all have to happen within the span of 30 minutes.
Oh my god!
Or else the lobster starts putting out toxins and we can't eat that.
Okay, I actually don't know what to do now. He's like running away. What am I doing?
Let's just say that I was a bit more afraid of it than it was of me.
People on the internet are gonna be like, just do it. It feels like he's looking at me. We're not, no. Is it time? Can't we bond a little longer?
Oh, look at him cowering. I can't stay mad at such a helpless little mammal.
I don't think I can do this, so I have to take this and throw it into his head.
Other way.
Huh? Dispatch of a live lobster by driving a knife through its head vertically is what the recipe says.
Do you want me to pull up a video for you?
Yes, I want to watch lots of videos on this.
And trying to find a video of how to do it just made things worse.
Why am I doing this? Have to rate all the mac and cheese. Of course, one of them had to be a live lobster. Okay, but for serious, how do home cooks do this? That'd be funny if he had like the greatest escape. Like, look, that's the video I want to watch. Pinchy's greatest escape.
But just like Pinchy, I can't escape my fate.
Oh, okay, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this.
Trauma was found at its highest that day, but the deed was done and I managed to get it into the pot.
How long do we cook this for?
7 to 10 minutes.
Oh my god, okay.
Obviously still with a lot of anxiety. The good thing though, my experience with eating lobster is not unusual, and the actual shelling of the lobster didn't really faze me.
It's getting all over me.
But the adrenaline rush is still real, and I truly remember there being more meat to lobster ratio. God, I hope this was all worth it. But onto the rest of the mac and cheese. This was looking promising, but will Nick's mac and cheese be good enough to beat out Teeny, who's currently in the top spot? Starting off with a roux. But I think the most definable thing that Nick uses in his mac and cheese is this cheese powder. Like, you add this stuff on popcorn, no? I can't ever say that I've seen this combination with lobster before, but hey, I'm here for it if it means a good mac and cheese. And mind you, this is without the actual cheese. Nick asks for gruyere, some cheddar, and a little velveeta.
See, the lobster would be worth it because he gets to jump into a pool of this deliciousness.
Are you gonna eat that all by yourself?
Pinchy would have wanted it this way.
The gruyere is my favorite. It's rich, and that cheese pull don't lie.
What? And that Velveeta makes it so silky, like,
Except once we added the noodles and the lobster, almost all of that cheese pull disappeared. Obviously, cheese pulls are not the end-all be-all of a mac and cheese, but my biggest concern is that since this is baked, I don't want this to become dry. But popping this out of the oven, this seems to have a really rich, creamy consistency. I'm actually pretty thrilled at how this turned out. But the real question, where will this mac and cheese rank?
How do you feel about it?
I'm honestly proud of myself for making this recipe. It definitely was not easy, but ultimately, this tasted like the best restaurant quality lobster mac and cheese I've ever eaten. So I'm really happy for that. And I'm sure I can make this better in the future. So Nick, if you ever want to teach me, I'm down.